Developed in collaboration with the Dr. Valentino Rossi, the sixth version of the Yamaha R1 asserts its family link with the Moto GP M1. Yamaha is keeping its edge in what is one of the most competitive segments, with the 2009 model that is less radical but more effective, thanks in large part to a totally redesigned chassis, as well as an engine sporting a geometry that up until now has never been seen on a production machine. And this is where the M1 and R1 meet up. Derived from the race bike, the R1 incorporates the cross-plane crankshaft and 90-degree connecting rods, which allows the engine's compression torque to build smoothly and provide a very linear delivery out of the corners. The R1's power output of 182 brake horsepower at 12,500 RPM and 11.8 meters per kilogram of torque from 10,000 RPM is enough to get even the bravest rider's attention. You may have noticed the R1's engine noise sounds more akin to a V4 than a straight 4, thanks to the cross-plane crankshaft. This new sound is surprising but agreeable and is another difference between the R1 and the competition, which is an important selling point in the high-performance sector. Visually, the new R1 doesn't sport anything revolutionary, but it has changed. Its new rounded forms are perhaps less aggressive than the previous edition, but according to the engineers, this improves the aerodynamics and eases the dissipation of engine heat. No matter, the R1 touch remains undeniable. We like the open bodywork over the engine, but are not that crazy about the large exhaust pipes under the seat and the rather unattractive plastic coverings. Nothing has been left to chance when it comes to the equipment. Both the shock absorber and brake system were redesigned for increased effectiveness. The newly designed instrumentation includes everything a rider wants to know, including engine air temperature. On the right-hand side is the D mode or drive mode with rider-selectable throttle control maps to program YCCT performance characteristics for riding conditions. In addition to the engine and design, the frame is completely revamped with a combination of uncompromising rigidity where needed, along with carefully achieved flex for the precise rigidity balance this bike needs in order to give the rider the full benefit of its handling and engine characteristics that we had the chance to verify at the Eastern Creek Circuit here in Australia. First impression, the riding position is less exclusive than the previous models, and the character of the engine is really surprising. Other than its unique engine sound, the R1 climbs through the revs without any lag. The R1 has lots of torque, plenty of available power, not quite as spectacular as its predecessors, but a lot more effective. The electronic system controlling the opening of the valves is awesome. The R1 responds instantaneously when you squeeze the throttle with a very good feeling. It delivers the power, but thanks to the smooth delivery of the torque, it isn't nearly as scary as when coming out of the corners, as we mentioned earlier. The D mode comes into play, and this is hardly a slick piece of gadgetry. The changing of the control maps are controlled in real time from the handlebar, which enables the rider to select the power according to the conditions. Once placed in this trajectory, the R1 sticks to the pavement. It is at its very best in the high-speed corners. Even the very fast and bumpy Eastern Creek bends pose no problems. To wrap up, this R1 marks a new chapter in the world of ultra-sport bikes. Certain constructors emphasize ease of use and versatility, others performance. But this Yamaha is attempting it all thanks to new electronics, but all of it comes at a price a little over €15,000.